Hello, this is Brian Resnick. It's question and answer day. A lot of questions I'm receiving on my TV and radio shows as of late is really about being defensive in a portfolio, the volatility from last year, the signs of recession that really never came, the big market calls, I guess, from these Wall Street type firms. And so what I will say to you is this. If you are working with any Wall Street type firm, brokerage firm, bank, insurance company, none of these firms work in your legal best interest as a fee-only fiduciary 100% of the time. None of them do. You're kidding yourself if you truly believe that your Wall Street broker or so-called advisor, the guy selling the annuities, the guy working at the bank, is actually working in your legal best interest, because they are not. I had a newer client recently hire us, and I was quite impressed with the question that she asked. And the question was simple. Where do you custodian your assets and why? And let me explain the reason for that question. Because the vast majority of revenues from Wall Street firms, banks, and insurance companies aren't from the commissions they earn from you, the investor. It's from them creating all these complex products and investment banking. And all that so-called advisor or salesperson is the person who has to unload that to unsuspecting investors, you. Of course, that does not happen at Resnick Wealth Management because we are a fee-only fiduciary money manager, always legally working in our client's best interest 100% of the time. The problem is Wall Street loves to have all this propaganda out there, the world's coming to an end, so you do more trading or maybe buy these crazy, stupid products that they manufacture, and their brokers are required to sell. Crummy advice, bad advice, conflicts should never be part of your portfolio. But again, if you listen to these Wall Street firms, banks, and insurance companies last year, the world was coming to an end. They were 100% wrong. But you, the investor, if you listen to that advice, you hurt your portfolio returns. So remember, where does Wall Street firms, where do they make their real money? Is that advisor really an advisor at all? No. Does any of these firms work in a fee-only fiduciary capacity 100% of the time? No. Make sure you understand where that advice is really coming from, or are you just being sold? Unfortunately, because of my radio and TV show, we've educated a lot of investors, and unfortunately, we've talked to a lot of you investors who have been harmed substantially by the crummy advice from Wall Street, banks, and insurance people that don't work in your legal best interest 100% of the time. Have yourself a safe and profitable day.